Gemini integrated into this. Let's give it 2 more minutes. 7:03. We'll start. Seven or two. 1 more minute. Path will provide you the notes, so you don't need to install some of the library. Okay. 7:03 now. I'll start with my introduction. I'll tell you something about propagation. Till then, I hope you have explored the Google Meet. I know some people who are not familiar with it, you can type in your questions in the chat. That's where you will find where to ask questions. Then when sir answers questions, you'll have to type in the chat. All right. Let me start. I am Yashraj Singh, one of the founding members of Propagation. We specialize in a bunch of things, especially in internships, programs, and trainings. Trainings are usually free. They are on every Sunday. Like today is a Comet analysis day, so we'll do that. We have a very esteemed guest today, Dr. Himadri Sekhar sir, who is a professor at Assam University. He will guide you through it all the basics that you need to know, all the things that are essential for you to get into this field. All right. Let me start with the introduction for a propagation then. As I told you, we specialize in a bunch of things. We'll start with me sharing the screen and explaining you a few things. Okay. We have a bunch of programs. By programs, I mean a structured course that has a bunch of videos in it that you will get to know after you have enrolled it. We did this one asteroid search campaign. That was really good. People really liked it. We got a bunch of people into IISc. We made 10 groups and they are now doing analysis for IISc. So that's the thing. Okay. Now for the second part, we have this program currently, which is live. This is the Citizen Scientist Program, where you will get to know a bunch of things. Especially, I'll tell you the syllabus, which is it's a three-week course, so you'll have to garner through a bunch of things. Okay, the main things that you will get to know are about discovering asteroids from real telescope data. We have a bunch of data from IISc, so you will get to know about that. You will have to classify galaxies. Images from JWST and all the things, we have those images, and most of the galaxies or some of the galaxies which are not classified, you'll get to classify them. You will have to spot exoplanets. You will learn all the techniques that are required for all this. Report aurora sightings, listen to signals from Jupiter and Sun. These are all very exciting stuff. There are a bunch of people who will teach you about this in the program itself. So if you join in, if you're interested, please join. All right. Globe Observer, AIInnovation, record identity planets and animals. There are a bunch of things. Let me stop here and tell you about why we are here today. We are here for comet analysis. We have a very great workshop here. I'll tell you some instructions. You will have to type in your questions in the chat box. And if you have any question that you want to ask via your own voice, you can ask at the end of the entire PPT. I'll introduce our today's esteemed guest, Dr. Himadri Sekhar sir, who is a professor at Assam University. He has done a bunch of work. List some of the things out. He's a life member of International Astronomical Union. He's a life member of his Astronomical Society of India. He has done a bunch of research work, published a bunch of papers. He has guided multiple PhD and a master's student through becoming scholars. Okay, I'll now hand over the mic to our today's guest so that he can speak on. I've done enough to tell you a bunch of things about propagation and about today's agenda. Let's move on. And now I hand over the mic to Himadri sir. Thank you, sir. Here you go. Please unmute yourself and I'll bring you to the screen.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah. So good evening to all of you. First of all, I would like to thank Propagation for inviting me in this online session where I'll be going to show you how one can discover new comet and what are the different steps, what is a comet, and how citizen scientists can engage themselves for this type of problem. So let's start with, is it visible in the screen?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you very much. The topic is chasing cosmic wanderers, comet analysis in the sun gazing project. So I'll systematically tell you how this particular topic is very interesting for all of you because I'll be working in the comets research for last a couple of years, since 2000. And my research scholars, many research scholars are engaged in comet research. And why this comet research is very, very important for all of us, that I will also tell you. So before going deep inside the topic, let me first show you. Can you see one of the GIF image and one animation on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this is an image taken by a spacecraft. And that spacecraft, I will discuss more about that spacecraft very soon, because that spacecraft has changed our ideas about comet hunting. And this was basically an image of a comet. You can see it is moving. And the central portion of this image is actually it is a sun, and we call it coronagraph. I will also explain you what is coronagraph and why there is a disk in the center, white color disk you can see. So in this particular image, this is a GIF image, animated image, where you can see many stars in the picture, and one object is moving towards the sun. And this is known as sun-gazing comet. I'll also tell you about these pictures and the discovery of this type of comets in very soon. Before going to that part, I'll just tell you, I'll just show you some pictures of comet. You can see here a comet Halley. The comet has actually fascinated the people more than thousands of years. And this is one of the comet. Comet has a tail when it approaches towards sun, and this is also known. This is comet Hyakutake, and this photograph was taken in the year 1997. And this comet Hyakutake was originally discovered by one Japanese amateur astronomer. These comets are very interesting because these were discovered by amateur astronomer or citizen scientists, and later astronomers astrophysicists study this type of objects. So comet Hyakutake was very bright in the year 1997, and astronomers around the world got opportunity to study this comet. This is another comet. You might have heard the name of this comet. This is Comet Hale-Bopp. And this comet Hale-Bopp is also appeared in the year 1997. And 1997, and that time also, this was one of the bright comet observed from Earth. And in this picture, you can see two tails of comet are visible. One is blue colored and another is white colored. And this blue colored tail is known as the ion tail, and the white colored tail is known as dust tail. So normally from this picture, it is clear that comet contains two tails, two types of tails. One is ion tail, straight and long, and another is dust tail. So this is another beautiful comet. It was taken from somewhere in the globe. It is Comet McNaught, and you can see that the tail of comet is nicely, beautifully picturized, that particular comet. This was Comet Levy 1990 XX. So this is the designation of the comet. So this is Comet Hale-Bopp, another picture of Comet Hale-Bopp, and you can see here that two tails are visible in this comet. This is another comet, Comet Gerard. This was taken by our group. We have actually conducted observation in the 2012. That time we have observed this comet from Ayuka Girawali Observatory. And this comet was in news during that period because it was very bright comet, and it was a long period comet which was observed during that time. This is a very nice comet, Comet Aizong. Comet Aizong is a sun-gazing comet. Ultimately, it disappeared when it collided with sun. And this was in the news in the year 2013. And that time, this comet was very popular among the comet enthusiasts. So let us know the history of comet. It is believed that still today, whatever information we have, we believe that the Chinese observation of comet Halley in the year 240 BC was the first listing of comet in the recorded history. So you can see here some pictures drawn by that time the astronomers who had observed this during the Western Han period. And this particular pictures, you can see, though the dialectic you cannot just read out, it is written in Chinese. But anyway, this is the first listing of comet in the history. Then look at this picture. This is the embroidered cloth depicted in the Beck's tapestry in England. If you go to church in different places in the world, you can see some beautiful paintings on the walls or in the embroidered cloth like this. So here in this picture, you can see this red color mark. This is the comet Halley in the year 1066 AD. Okay, so these are the records. Why this comet study is very important, and why people are fascinated about that project, that particular comet. I will also tell you in a later stage. So India's first record of Halley's comet. So you'll be very surprised to know that last month, on June 20, 2025, means just 2 months back, one discovery was made by this Archaeological Survey of India, and you can see a copper plate inscription from which they suggested that it dated back June 28, 1456 AD, which has been identified as Halley's comet. It was clearly written in Devanagari script, which was inscripted by Mallikarjuna, was found at the Mallikarjuna Swami temple in Andhra Pradesh, and it was announced by Dr. K. Muniratnam Reddy, who was the director of epigraphy branch of the Archaeological Survey of India. Okay, and they have actually told us about the Dhumketu. Dhumketu is the Sanskrit meaning of this comet, and it is detailed report is there. Anyone can go to Google and can search Mallikarjuna Swami temple evidence of comet Halley, and you can get the information regarding what are the script, how they have discovered this particular comet in that particular part. So I'll just show you some cartoons related to this comet painting, because comet, it is not only interesting for the astronomer, but also I'll show you in different branches people are showing interest in comets. So in the left picture, you can see in the left picture, and you can see two comets in the picture. You can see blood rain is there, and two-headed dog, and one baby is crying. So this picture actually depicts the situation a couple of years ago. You can say that time when comets appeared in the sky, people have superstitious belief regarding the comet. They thought that maybe comet bring disasters, calamities, tragedies. So that's why this blood rain is shown in the this diagram or paintings, because these are very rare things. Now you cannot expect blood rain, and you cannot expect these two-headed dogs and baby is crying. It means that something is going on the planet when this comet is appearing. Why people have that idea? Because comet is not a regular visitor, and it is not always visible with the naked eye. If a bright comet appears in the night sky, then only this comet is visible. If it's coming very close to Earth, then you can see the tail of a comet. And suddenly, when any object is appearing in the night sky, then people have fear whether something is coming. And ancient people have idea that maybe this comet may collide with Earth and may bring disasters and tragedies, etc. That's why people are actually afraid of comet. In the right picture, in the horse, you can see that the artist has compared the tail of horse with tail of comets. And the third picture, here you can see a comet near to a very nice building. And this is comet Hyakutake. When it appeared in 1997, he has drawn this nice picture. So this is one of the oldest cartoon of comet Halley, which has been published in one of the newspaper in 1910. And you can see here that comet Halley is coming, and it is colliding with Earth, and Earth has actually, you can see disasters occurred on Earth. And the interesting feature here is that sun is laughing. Okay, it means there is a superstitious belief that time, and people around the globe was very afraid, because that year comet Halley was coming, and there is a wrong belief by some of the wrong belief by people that this comet may collide with Earth, but you know that nothing happened. And this comet Halley appeared last in the year 1986. So this is the 76th year is the periodicity of that comet. I will come back to that periodicity very soon. So in this picture, I just want to tell you that Greek people, people from Greece or astronomers from Greece, they systematically studied these comets, and they have records in their in many you can see the record of comet Halley or other comets, which was actually recorded by these Greek people. And so here another picture, cartoon I'm showing you. Oh, look, a shooting star make a wish. Means you know that disappearance of dinosaurs was associated with the appearance of this type of comet or asteroids when they collided with Earth, and that's why this type of cartoons were made. And you can see another cartoon related to this. So it is a theory. I think all of you know that there is a popular theory that in past comet or maybe asteroid hit Earth, and because of that, the big dinosaurs disappeared from the Earth. So in this picture, you can see that we are welcoming comets, and we are free from all the superstitious belief and all these things. And this is another cartoon. You can see that Tom, the cat, Tom and Jerry, I think many of you have heard. So this is Tom, and he is actually alerting regarding the asteroid. This is another cartoon, and the lady is asking Dr. Hubble, is this asteroid going to collide with the Earth? And his reply is very interesting. No comet. Normally we say no comment, but he has written no comet. Means asteroid may be going to collide with the Earth, but not comet. Here, one baby, means a boy, he had broken the glass of his house, and when his mom came, then he was saying, "No, mom, it is not me, but maybe it is many comets had broken." So that boy actually knew that comet may collide, and from that idea, he has just told all these things. So this was another cartoon published when Deep Impact mission was there. A Deep Impact mission is another interesting mission by NASA when it was systematically studied. One spacecraft actually went very close to that a comet, and it collided with one of the comet, and then photograph was taken and video was taken, and systematically started to study the composition of comets. This was appeared in the 1999 uh, edition. That time internet is growing everywhere, and you can see our website at www.harris.com. It was published in London Times, and you can understand that that time people have started popularizing .com, and this is harris.com. I had given the name Cometoon. It is coming from Comet and Cartoon. I have mixed both of these, so it is coming Cometoon. It is believed that comet is made up of dirty snowballs theory. So in this picture, you can see it was saying like that. So this is another picture. So here you can see another cartoon by here again the same comet, same comment and no comet. So here, if you find comet in the comics, I have seen different dimensions I want to study. So in this picture, you can see both the master and one of the pet. They are watching the live shows. Then there is suddenly a call from the home. There's a really good TV show on in here about astronomy. And they are going back to the room, and the dog is very upset because he could see the live sky, but he has to go to watch the same show on the TV. I think many of you cannot read this Bengali. This was written by one of my teacher. So here you can see Comet in literature. I have given the title, and here you can see a boy came, and at that time he is welcoming Halley's Comet. After 76 years, Comet is coming again, but when it returned back after 76 years, the person is not there. And based on that particular concept, one poem was written by one of my teacher. in 2013. I have just shown here. So here you can see some limerick was also written on comet, and this was written by American novelist Mark Twain when Halley's comet was visible in 1910, and unfortunately he died on April 21st of that year. So these are comet jokes. So when from the public discovery brought cheers, from his wife he drew nothing but torrents of tears. For you see, said Mrs. Halley, he used to come daily. Now he comes once every 76 years. So these are just joke. And if you call, what do you call a story about a comet? A tale. How do you flirt with a comet? Tell the comet it has a nice tail. So these are some of the jokes I collected. And very interestingly, so this is comet is also there in fashion industry, and this is Halley's comet is part of the early cosmic effects collection. And just I want to tell you that how comet has fascinated the people around the globe. And this is, you can see Ford Halley's comet, a big car. So these are all about comet as a whole, that how not only astronomers but from other branches they are interested in comet for couple of couple of years. So now we are coming back to the scientific part of the talk. It is what is a comet? Comets are small celestial bodies several kilometers in diameter, constituted mainly of water, ice, rock, etc. When it is situated far away from the sun, then only nucleus is there. But when it comes and approaches towards sun, then coma forms, and you can see the beautiful tail also. As I told earlier, that the appearance of a comet actually brought in some superstitious beliefs like disasters, calamities, tragedies, etc. And that time people believed that this comet may bring this type of superstitions. But nowadays, you know that people welcome comet, including our citizen scientists, and they are discovering new comets. So as I told you, ancient records were there, and Chinese observation in 240 BC was the first listing of comet in the record edition. Also recently, in one of the temple, we found the existence of this type of record, which date back 1476. And you should remember that the first scientific record of comet was done by Tycho Brahe in 1577 AD with accurate instruments from various places in Europe. But remember, that time telescope was not discovered. Telescope was discovered in the year 1610. You know that Hans Lippershey was the first person in the 1608-9. He first discovered telescope, but later Galileo designed the astronomy refracting telescope, which was used for astronomical observation, and later people got the opportunity to observe the comet with telescope. I'll just discuss revolution words of Edmund Halley, because this is very, very important for all of you. Many of you are here, citizen scientists, and citizen scientists should note it that only some of you may think that to discover a comet, we need a detailed idea about the science, about the background. But with limited knowledge on science and some background informations, you can even contribute to astronomy, that I will tell you, and what was done by Edmund Halley long before. So you might have heard about Halley's comet. So he is basically Edmund Halley. Edmund Halley, using Newtonian mechanics, those will be going to start their study in physics or maybe in science. You might have heard about Newton's theory on gravitation. And there are three theories are there, Newton's law, first, second, and third. And also Newton has some other contribution on gravitational theory. two-body problem. You know that the force of attraction between two objects, and Newton found that this two-body problem can give you the information regarding the orbital nature of any object. So Edmund Halley actually he was looking the record of the comets which appeared in some previous years, and he surprisingly found that one prominent comet which appeared in 1531, 1607, and 1682 are the one and the same comet with a period of 76 years. That time people had no idea about the periodicity of the comet because our observations were limited, and it was very difficult to identify the diversity of comet. So we didn't have any idea whether comet is a periodic or non-periodic. Periodic means it has a definite time period. Non-periodic means doesn't have a definite time period. So that's why when he was starting this, he predicted that the same comet would return in 1758, looking at these three different dates. And he predicted in the year 1753, 5 years before, he came to conclusion that the same comet will be going to return in the year 1758. Surprisingly, the comet did appear in 1758. But unfortunately, Halley was not alive to see his glorious prediction, and he died in the year 1754. 1754 he died. But he could not see his glorious prediction. But remember that prediction is based on the scientific theory. Okay? And this famous comet is called Halley's Comet. And all of you know that in 1986, this comet last appeared. So interestingly, when we study the catalog of a comet, you can see that the catalog starts with the naming of Halley's Comet first. So 1P stands for Comet Halley, and it is the first listing of comet because he is the first person, Edmund Halley, who proved that the comet is periodic in nature. So this is in this picture you can see that a comet is revolving in an elliptical path. Okay, and you know this is coming from Kepler's motion, that the objects move in an elliptical orbit. Even our planets are also moving around Sun in an elliptical orbit. And there are three parts of comet: the nucleus, coma, and the tail. The nucleus of a comet is only 1 to 10 kilometer in size, but when it approaches towards Sun, the coma appears, and it may be 10 to the 4 to 10 to the 5 kilometer in diameter, and the tail is 10 to the 6 to 10 to the 7 kilometer. And as I told you earlier, that comet will contain two types of tail. One is ion tail, another is dust tail. And another interesting feature of comet is that comet has a tail, and this is always directed away from the Sun. I mean, because of sun's this radiation, this tail is always away from the Sun, and it may extend to several thousands of kilometers, I told you. And there is also a record, like the Great Comet of 1843 was 3.3 billion kilometers in length, which is the longest tail observed till date. But for your information, let me tell you the distance between Sun and Earth is around 1.5 billion kilometers, and it almost double the length. But remember, though the length of a tail is very big, but comets are nothing, bags full of nothing. As I told you, comet has always only diameter of 1 to 10 kilometer, but maybe a tail is very long, but it doesn't mean that the density is very high for a comet or size is very big. So in this picture, you can see that comets are classified into two groups. One is periodic comets, another is non-periodic comets. Periodic comets is when eccentricity is less than 1, and when it is equal to 1, It is non-periodic comet. So these are the technical terms normally we use. So you forget about the technical terms. You just try to remember there are two types of comets. One is periodic comets, another is non-periodic comets. Periodic comets actually rotate around the sun, and it comes near to sun after a fixed time frame. And long periodic comets time frame is very long, and non-periodic comets nothing will be coming. So it is coming for the first time in the solar system. So short period comets, periodic comets are also classified in two groups. One is short period comets, another is long period comets. Short period comets has time frame less than 200 years, and long period comets has a time period more than 200 years. And you can see here comet Hale-Bopp, comet Hyakutake belongs to the long period comets, and Halley-Crommelin, this type of comets belong to 200 years. Short period comets are also classified into two groups. One is Halley-type comet, another is Jupiter family comets. Jupiter family comet is when the time period is less than 20 years. Why it is the name is so? Because whenever comet comes very close to Jupiter, because of the strong gravitational field of Jupiter, some of the comets are trapped into the orbit of Jupiter. That's why the period is less than 20 years. Okay, and if it is more than 20 years and less than 200 years, it is known as Halley-type comets. And these are the examples of non-periodic comets: Levy, Austin, Bradfield, and Jupiter family comets are Encke, Giacobini, Jenner, etc. So here, the question may arise from where the comets are coming. So there is a theory. It was not very old. Okay, only 90 years before, one observer, one astronomer suggested that a comet of cloud actually surrounds the solar system. And later, in 1950, okay, only 75 years ago, Jan Hendrik Ward, he suggested that comets are situated somewhere between 40,000 astronomical unit and uh, 1 lakh astronomical unit from the sun. And then this great reservoir is now called Oort cloud. And for your information, let me tell you, 1 astronomical unit is the distance between sun and earth, and it is 15 crore kilometers. So you can see here blue colored dots are there, and it represents comets, and there are billions of comets are there in that region. And sometimes due to gravitational collapse, due to gravitational attraction of sun and other big planets in our solar system like Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, so this small chunks of material enters into the earth, and then when it comes very close to earth, you can see it as a comet. So this is the basics of comets I have discussed with you, because this background will help you to know what is comet and what you are going to study. Okay, now the question arises why we should study comets. Because comet, it is believed that, and it is scientifically found that the age of comet and solar system are same. It is 4.5 billion years. Okay, so if we study comets, it will give us information about the least processed materials of earlier solar nebula from which the present day solar system has been formed. Okay, and another interesting information regarding comet is some researchers believe that comet had brought life into the solar system, life onto Earth. There are some theories which tells that earlier on the Earth the life was not possible, but it is the comet, when it collided with our Earth, it brought water molecules and some amino acids, and because of that life was possible. And there is also a theory that all of we are actually aliens. Earlier, and the life was not possible on Earth because of it was extremely hot. But these are hypotheses still today that need to be finalized or need to be confirmed. So this is the main basics theory, basic application or basic objective to study comet. So the next question is, what is Sun Grazer project? You can see the Sun Grazer project is available in NASA, and the citizen scientists around the world actually joins this Sun Grazer project. Through this project, one can discover comet, and in this picture you can see one bright comet is approaching towards sun. And let me tell you that normally what happens, this is the corona graph. I'll just explain you what is a corona graph. You might have heard that during the total solar eclipse, only corona is visible. Okay, during the total solar eclipse, you can see beautiful diamond ring as well as the corona of a comet. Okay, but also one can make this type of corona visible with the corona graph, and you can see here on white marked disk is available, and this is the dimension of our sun, which was blocked by the instrument. So you can see, you cannot see the bright light coming from the sun, but you can see the background of the sun. And then what happens actually, if an comet or comet-like object is approaching towards sun, it can be nicely visible on this frame. And that's why this coronagraph was made. And one telescope, dedicated telescope, is observing this particular sun 24/7. And there is a statistics, it says that over 5,176 comets discovered as of February 2025. Okay, so it's very interesting that people are discovering comets using this project. So this project was actually launched in the year November 2000 as a basic web page for comet report submission, and nowadays it has initiated due to growing interest from amateur astronomers, and now people around the world are actually getting interest to discover this type of object. And this is the official web page of SOHO. We call it SOHO, means Solar and Heliospheric Observatory. Okay, so it is continuously monitoring. Initially, SOHO was designed to study the sun for a few years, but later it is found that the SOHO is working very nicely and it is still active. So for last 25 years, this SOHO is active, and if you visit this particular site, soho.nescom.nasa.gov, you'll get some beautiful pictures of sun. Means as I'm telling you, you are not getting the direct image of sun, but it is the corona you can see, and the background objects which is moving close to sun that can be visible with the help of this SOHO telescope. There is another space telescope is available, stereo. To that also you can have that information, and also SOHO is designed like that it can directly take the photograph of sun without coronagraph, and you can see this picture, and a series of pictures are there. But remember, when you are clicking that particular folder, the size is very big. So when you are downloading the image, you should be very careful that sometimes the size of image is very high, so you should take care of. So what are sun grazing comets? I have introduced comets to you, that comets actually rotates around sun. If it is a periodic comets, even if it is a non-periodic comets, it will come close to sun and then it will go away from the sun. If its eccentricity is very high, means if it is more than 1 or equal to 1, okay, eccentricity is high. So sun grazing comets are basically comets that pass extremely close to the sun, often within a few thousand kilometers. I think one of the member has. Can you just switch off your microphone? Okay, so this comet comes very close to sun, and most belong to Creutz's group with others in Mayer, Marsden, and another category. So these are the comets which come very close to Earth. Sometimes it may actually evaporate when it comes very close to Earth. So you can see that comet is entering and or it is going very close to sun, then it suddenly disappears. Why it suddenly disappears? Because of the tremendous heat from the sun. The material which is there on that comet, it evaporates away, and you cannot see the comets which is coming out from the sun. And as I told you, solar and heliosphere was launched in 1995 by NASA, and still today 5,000 comets are discovered, mostly by amateur astronomer. And Soho is uploading the images in the archive since 2000, and that project has started. So here, as I told you, that in this picture you can see some objects are there. This is the still photograph of Soho, how it actually looks as a coronagraph image. And in the coronagraph image, you can see below, below, you can see the date is written. This is the 4th August 2016. You can see also the time. So this is very, very important when you're taking the photographs of any comets from the archive of Soho, because this date and time is very, very important for us. Because when you are going to discover a comet, you need a series of images. Okay, series of images, and you have to animate the images. And if you find some objects are moving, then you can predict that a comet is there. So you have to understand Soho's LASCO instrument. There is an instrument is there, LASCO instrument. So short form is LASCO. It is basically large angle and spectrometric coronagraph. And in that particular coronagraph, 2 telescopes are there. One is C2 and C3. So it block direct sunlight. Okay. And C2 is at a narrower field, and C3 is a wider field. Narrower field means the field is very narrow, so that you can see very narrow region of the sky. And C3 is wider field. Wider field means you can see 3.7 to 30 times the solar radius. So these are the 2 telescopes which are used for taking the photographs of that region of the sun. And why LASCO for comets? Because it reveals faint objects near the sun, invisible to ground-based telescopes. So sometimes the objects are invisible to ground-based telescope. Why? Because of the brightness. You can see the objects when it is very close to Earth, and when the brightness is enough so that we can observe that comet. But remember, through this particular telescope, you can even see the faint objects and capture sun-gazing comets as they approach perihelion. Perihelion means when it comes very close to sun, and there is a date. We call it perihelion date. Perihelion date is the nearest date. Is the date when sun comes the closest to sun, and we call it perihelion phase. So here in the image, sometimes it is written in LASCO, and you can see this type of logo you'll find in the image. Now, accessing Soho data, how one can get the data from the Soho site. So you just directly go to the Soho page, sohonescom.nasa.gov data. And if you click on this particular link, reprocessing completed, then you will find some folders with images in JPEG format on GIF image. GIF means it is the animated image, so that you can get all the information regarding that particular comet. Okay, and you can take 1024 by 1024 resolution for best results. So you can get JPEG image from Soho web page with that particular site. Or those who are working with FIDS data. FIDS data is a technical science data. We call it raw science data, and these are used by the astronomers or astrophysicists for their scientific work. So they can use that particular link to download the images, and you can start processing data. And focus on C3 for wider view, C2 for brighter and closer comets. So as I told you, you have 2 telescopes. One is C2 and another is C3. So it depends on you which data you are interested. Okay, and select recent or archive data by date. So you have to choose the recent data, because the old data has already started by astronomers or the citizen scientists. So it is better if you can start with the latest one. What are the software required? Because many of you, our citizen science groups, are interested that what type of software is required, whether I should be a very, I should be expert in computers. But I just tell you, you don't need expertise. You just need 2-3 software if it is available, like Photoshop. Photoshop is available. You can also get free software package, GIMP. If you type GIMP in the Google, you will get a software. It is available both for Windows-based operating system as well as Linux-based operating system. PixSpy is another interesting software, or another is DS9. DS9 is used by the astronomer. So these are very small size software package. You can download it, take all the images together, and then you can animate the image. Okay, and you can also have Python scripts or bits data processing software through which expert can do this type of analysis. And remember, we do not suggest any specific software for endorsing. It is based on your compatibility, based on your accessibility and comfort. In which particular software you are comfortable, you can choose that one. So that's all. Okay, so this particular slide is very important for all of you who are interested in comet hunting. Note down the software which is used. As I told you, Photoshop is one can use, but Photoshop, you know, you have to purchase it, Photoshop, for doing that particular job. But remember, GIMP, PixSpy, DS9, SAW image, these are freely available. You can download it and you can use it for your analysis. What to look for? The question arises, what we should look on that image. I have shown you some images, but what I have to look? We have to look small faint specks moving in the near straight line across at least 5 consecutive images. So to study this type of hunting, we need at least 5 images together. Okay, 5 images, and one by one, if we animate the image, it is like a movie. So if we animate the movie one by one, then you can see if one object is moving, then we can spot that maybe it is a some objects are moving, but you have to confirm whether it is a comet or not, because you have to check whether it is a constant speed, size, shape, and brightness, unlike stars or cosmic rays. And it often moves towards the sun from the lower half of image. So you might have seen that when I have shown you images, you might have seen it is moving towards sun. But you may also find some objects are moving away from the sun and its direction is different. So you have to find out. Sometimes you may see planets moving close to sun. So that you have to distinguish. And what we have to avoid? We have to avoid the stars which move horizontally, unlike comets. Then cosmic rays. You can see some cosmic rays are there in the frame. So you have to discard it. And planets you can easily detect because it's very bright. And one important information is the comets rarely have visible tails in SOHO images, though some comets were found with the tails like Hale-Bopp and Hyakutake. But normally in the SOHO image, you'll hardly find the tails of the comet. So here in LASCO image, you can see this type of image you can see, and these are white colored. You can see these are basically the cosmic ray, and you should not confuse this cosmic ray with your comets. Okay, so in the image set you will get this type of long white colored straight line images you can see on the image, but remember these are cosmic rays, so you have to avoid all this. So in this nice picture, you can see Jupiter, then Saturn, Venus, and Mercury is visible when it is coming very close to very close to Earth, very close to Sun. And this is the wide field camera, and this is L3. And here Pleiades is visible, and you can see here there's four planets are visible in this picture. So you have to identify first. If a planet is there, then avoid the planet because our main main objective is to detect the comet. And this photograph was taken with the C3 instruments. Okay, I told you that there are 2 types of telescope. One is C2 and C3. C2 is for the narrow view of the field, and this is the wide field of view for the this image. Okay, now how to detect the images? Your first objective is download images. Okay, so you access JPEG's image from SOHO website for a specific date and camera. Okay, so it should be C2 or C3. Note it down. Okay, Then load it into software. Some softwares are there which can be used, as I told earlier, either GIMP or SAO DS9, or if you think that you have some good image processing software which can generate the animation, then 4, 5, 6 frame can be combined together. And when you switch on play, this image comes one by one so that you can see a movie effect on. And if some object is moving, very faint object is moving towards sun, then you can spot it. Okay. So you have to identify the motion of the object. So if you're looking at the motion of the objects, if it is moving constantly in a straight line, remember it is very, very important. If it is constantly moving in a straight line, then record the X and Y position. Okay, we call it pixel coordinates for each frame using software cursor tool. So if you place your cursor on the software, then you can find its position X and Y, you note it down. Okay, so ensure that you should have 5+ frames so that you can have the motion or of that particular object, and you just note it down X and Y. And again, it is important that you have to discard the motion of any stars or planets. So you can download the images from Soho web page. Like you can go, one site is there, 21.4.21. So you can download the image, you can load into GIMP, create an animation and step through frames. I cannot show you because it is very difficult for me to open the GIMP and show it through the this demo mode. Maybe in some outcoming classes I can show you how to use the software, but for a brief idea I'm giving you a idea that how you can see this type of images. And spot a faint dot moving towards the sun. Already I have shown some pictures where you can see the object is moving towards sun, and then you note down the XY coordinates. Okay, suppose it is there in 300 to 400 in frame 1, then 310, 410 in the next frame, and note it down. And you have to confirm the motion. Linear motion means in a straight line motion, you have to confirm over 5+ frames. And then you need you just mark it that it is a comet. But after getting this type of images, remember you have to report it, because if you have discovered a new comet, you have to report immediately to SunGrazer project via this site, sungrazers.nrl.navy.mil. And you have to write down the date, time, and camera, which camera was used to record these events. Then XY coordinate of each frame and observer name. What is, suppose your name you have to write. And then the compare with known comets or artifacts. You can also compare whether with that particular coordinates, whether comet is discovered earlier or not. If it is not there, then you can just send this information to project admin for preliminary checks if you are unsure. And if it is sure that it is a new comet, then you will be getting a discovery tag, and it will be confirmed from Minor Planet Center, because Minor Planet Center systematically monitors the discovery. MPC, short form is MPC. Similarly, those who have already joined in asteroid search campaign, you might have seen that you have to report. Astrometrica software is used for detecting asteroids or discovering asteroids, and in that case, what you have to do, you have to generate an MPC report. MPC report means Minor Planet Center report, and immediately you have to contact the particular organization, Minor MPC, and then they will publish the preliminary discovery made by the citizen scientists, and then you can get the recognition from the scientific community that, oh, you have discovered a asteroid. So asteroids are more common because every month we get a couple of such pictures, but comets are very rare because the comets which will be going to discover, sun grazing comets, these are very what to say, that these are very rare in the sense maybe in a month 2 or 3 maybe discovered. So you should be very careful whenever the new images are appearing. in the archive of Soho, immediately you have to download the image and analyze it so that you can report fast. And the important point is that the person who will report fast will get the discovery tag. Okay, so it should be so. Some advanced techniques are people using by many people nowadays. AI is coming, and through artificial intelligence also you can make some computer programming, and through that programming you can also write a code, and that code can download the images, and you can find out whether comet is there or not, like faint comets are there or not, and you can also generate the MPC report, and you can report it to the MPC center. So people are also developing some code, and those who are expert in this group, if you are expert in writing the code in C++ or Python, you can write your own code, and you can download the image, and through that code immediately you can check whether comet is there or not in the frame. Then after getting this information, you can also check it manually whether a code is available, whether a comet is available or not. Okay, and people are doing it, those who are expert in computer programming, and I think many of you have already started learning Python in your school. So you can also write some code for this type of analysis. So in that case, you don't need extra software, but you can, using Python platform, you can use it. Okay. And you can also find out, analyze the orbital parameters like perihelion distance, inclination, to classify comet group also, what type of comet group it belongs. Okay. So these are some of the point I have discussed with you. And I think I'll stop here because I have already taken 1 hour time. And I think now the session is open for discussion.
Yeah, this is great. Absolutely love this session. I think we should start with the questions that people have asked a bunch of questions. You can take a look at them in the chat section. There are a bunch of questions for you they've asked. We should start from the top. What is coming out of the circular object on the left side? Is that a solar flare? Somebody asks.
So should I start from the beginning?
Yes, sir. From the top, from the beginning. You can.
So I can see what. Yeah, at 7:51, someone asked Sanjeev. Sanjeev has asked, sir, where can we learn DS9? I just know very few parts. Okay, so DS9 is a very commonly used image processing software used by many astronomers. And if you want to learn DS9, you can just go to the DS9 webpage. Some informations are there related to this DS9, and also you can get some video demo from the YouTube channel. Many such demos are there, how to use DS9, and then you can open. But in the DS9, remember, you can only open the feeds image. As I told you, there are two types of image. In my talk, I told you one is JPEG and then feeds image. So feeds image can be opened from the DS9 software. I think it is clear to you, Sanjeev. Okay, so I can see one more question. How do you distinguish one comet from another? Okay, so distinction between two comets are nowadays it is possible because comets, when a comet approaches towards sun, we study that comet with its size of the nucleus, as well as mainly size of the nucleus, and this cometary diameter as well as the tail. These are variable parameter, because when it approaches towards sun, it changes with time. So that's why the main point is the diameter of the comet, number one. Diameter means the nucleus diameter I'm talking about. Then what is the periodicity, whether it is a periodic comet or not. If it is a periodic comet, then it should have a time period. Then another parameter I have to know regarding that comet, it is the perihelion distance. What is the perihelion distance of that comet? And what is the if you know the perihelion distance, then you can locate the comet. Okay, so the location is very, very important for that comet. And another is we can also study the composition of comets from different scientific study. So we can actually differentiate between comets, and we can also distinguish between two comets, like whether it is a periodic or non-periodic from the orbital nature. If it is a periodic comets, then we can have either, we have to see whether it is a Halley type comets or Jupiter family comets. So like that, we can actually distinguish between different comets. Okay, do we need to understand everything given in the Python scripts? I don't understand. Actually, basically, you are talking about which Python scripts? Python scripts, I don't understand because if if you are actually generating any code Python script using AI, then you have to check whether your code is working fine or not. Because sometimes when code is generating a script using AI, then sometimes it is not required to know everything about the script, but it is only you will use the script as a black box. Means you have to put the input file and then you have to get the output file. But remember, these are very dangerous. Until and unless you can check your script, you cannot use your script for this type of work. Okay, so you can, I think Kanishka has asked, how can you differentiate comet and cosmic ray? So cosmic ray is, suddenly it will appear in one of the screen, because you know that when cosmic ray is coming from a nearby star or from the sun, what happens, a flash of light is seen for a few seconds. So maybe it will be seen in 1 or 2 frames, but you will not see that cosmic ray in different all the frames. So it can be easily differentiated. Okay, but when you see the comet, it will be there throughout all the frame. If you are taking 5 frames, 10 frames, 20 frames, it will be there throughout the frames. But cosmic ray, it will appear in very short time, and you cannot see cosmic ray in one frame, other frame. And you can also see cosmic frame in different frames, but in different locations. So another question is, Zahia has asked, why are new comet once discovered? So discovery, you know that if you are discovering a new comet, as I told you, discovery is very, very important for us also. We have to find out whether the comet which has been discovered, it is going to collide with Earth or any other planet or not, because there is also evidence in past that comet has collided with some planets. And one good example is one comet, Sumekal-Levy 9, actually collided with Jupiter in the year 1994. And that time we have recorded that event. And though Jupiter is a very big planet, but if the same comet would collide with Earth, then it could bring a disaster to our Earth. So that's why new comet discovery is very, very important for all of us. Vanshika Kumari, sorry, I have not discovered any comet, but I have discovered many asteroids. As I told you, comet discovery is a very rare thing because you have to look some images regularly. But since we are not amateur astronomer, we are busy in doing our research related to comets and asteroids. So we hardly get time to visit all these images. But I believe being a citizen scientist, if you work regularly on these image sets, you can discover new comets. Are they hot and burning? It means that comets are basically, comets are, as I told you, it made up of ice and rocks. Okay, these are very cold when it approaches, when it away from the sun. But whenever it approaches towards sun, because of the temperature of sun, the materials which are there in the comet, it actually heats up, and then sublimation of ices take place, and then it becomes hot. But remember, when comet is approaching towards sun, it is melting. Melting means it is an icy object, and when it comes towards the sun, within few astronomical unit, it starts melting. And then you can see the sublimation of ice, then you can see the beautiful tails. Let me tell you that SunGrazer project is actually not working for last 2-3 days because maybe their server is down. So you can look at sun grazing project very soon because maybe 2-3 days there maybe maintenance issue is there, so you can get it. Okay, so Bobita Deka, I think she's from Assam. She's asking us, sir, in an undergraduate or postgraduate program, which subject is better for becoming astrophysics or astrophysics honors? I don't know whether in which part of the state you are talking about. So you see, in a graduate program, astrophysics honors is not there. You have to take physics as honors, and after doing your graduation from a college, you can approach to a university for astrophysics. And let me tell you, Assam University Silchar is offering you astrophysics a special subject. We have dedicated research in astrophysics, and you know that in our university we have one of the largest telescope in Northeast India, a 14-inch telescope. Celestron telescope is installed in the campus, and we regularly observe comets and other objects using that telescope. And our research group is very strong. So if you are interested in astrophysics program of our university, you can join. Also, you can go to Guwahati University. Guwahati University, a vibrant group is working in astrophysics. Other than Guwahati University, you can also go to Tezpur University. Tezpur University, some people are also having that facility of observation. So I will suggest you take astrophysics honors in the BSc, and later you can opt astrophysics in the postgraduate part. What is the procedure to do project work? You are most welcome for project work, Mehek. So you can just write a mail to me. Just visit my webpage in the Assam University Physics Department. You'll get my email ID. Many students are coming to our university for this type of internship project. So you can involve yourself in many projects are there. Detection of asteroids, then you can study the exoplanets. You can study the star-forming clouds. Many such topics are there. And in past also, many students had done this type of project in our university. How to predict when a comet will break apart? Suppose sometimes it is very difficult to predict about the breaking. Robera has asked this question. So it is very difficult to predict about the breaking part, but it depends on the closeness of that comet towards sun. If it is very close, sometimes it may break. Okay. Tania has asked, how can I get a good skills for the astrophysics? What the things is better to do for this? As I told you just now, that you read some books on astrophysics or astronomy. Okay. Then you can study astrophysics. If you take physics honors in the graduation, then there is a subject on astrophysics. I think in Guwahati University as well in Assam University graduation program, astrophysics paper is there. You can opt that particular paper and you can study astrophysics. Sir, Rajratan has asked, sir, which type of chemicals and minerals are present in comets, and which type of chemical reaction happen in comets? See, minerals are not there in comet. Comets mainly contain ices, okay, and it contains silicate. It is found that it contains silicate, then carbon, nitrogen, oxygen. These are the major components, ices. Okay, minerals are very rare in comet. Minerals are found in asteroids, not in comets. Okay, so comets are mainly icy objects of the solar system. When a comet passes close to the sun, what's the very first thing it notices? Okay, so when comet approaches towards sun, as I told you, because of the tremendous heat from the sun, the tail grows, and when tail grows, then you can differentiate between star and comet. If comet is far away from you, and if you take the photographs, you cannot distinguish directly whether it is a comet or star. So the appearance of a comet can be only visible when it comes close to the sun, then tail of a comet is visible, and then you can identify whether it is a comet or star. Sanjeev is asking, sir, in accessing feeds file, I use Must portal. Is there a place where I can learn more about it? Other than websites, could you specify recommend any YouTube channel, some workshop for understanding maths, DSN, and feeds file handling? So Sanjeev, it is better you can contact me for a live demonstration. I will show you how to use it. You are most welcome. Some of my research scholars may also help you. So you can drop an email to me if you're not interested in any YouTube channel. Or YouTube channels means there is no dedicated such YouTube channel, but you can get some demo file in the YouTube. And if you are interested more in this particular topic, you are most welcome to contact Assam University Physics Department for details. Yeah, what role might comets have played in the delivery of water and organic molecules to Earth? As I told you, there is a hypothesis which believes that comet may have brought life on Earth because comet contains all the organic compound which is required for formation of a life on our planet. So people believe that comet may have brought life, and the materials which are there for the formation of life is present on Earth, like hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur. These are all present on comets. So there may be some positive role of comets in past which may have brought life to our Earth. Rishabh has asked, what is the difference between the comet's nucleus and coma? Okay, Rishabh, is a very nice, interesting question. Nucleus means it is the original structure of a comet, and when it is far away from the sun, then we call it nucleus. But whenever it approaches towards sun, the coma grows. Coma grows. Why coma grows? Because when it is coming very close to sun, it hits the nucleus of the comet. Then a gaseous cloud forms around the comet, and we call it coma. Okay. If again it going very close to sun, what happens? Then tail is forming. So this is a evolutionary phenomena when it coming close to sun. So that's why. So this is the basic difference between nucleus and coma. But remember, the nucleus size of a comet is 1 to 10 kilometer in size. But coma may grow up to 10,000 kilometer, 20,000 kilometer. It depends on the comet as well as the distance between sun and comet. So Kunal Kanti has asked you, sir, what we need to study to be a best candidate for space research in future after 12. Okay, so it's a very common question. If many people ask how to involve yourself in this space research. See, if you are interested in space research, you can after 12. If you're interested, then you can go to for BSc program, physics honors, you can opt. Or if you're interested in the engineering physics, you can go to aerospace engineering or maybe electronics, be in electronics or computer science. These are also helpful. One later, you can also engage yourself in satellite making or maybe in some missions in ISRO who are actually hiring engineers also in many such projects. And you know, Chandrayaan 3 to Chandrayaan now, the next mission is Gaganyaan mission, Gaganyaan mission. And then that mission, different disciplines are involved. Like scientists, astronomers are also involved. Then engineers are also involved. And also administrators are also involved in this type of project. So it depends in which particular field you are interested. And accordingly, you can choose your career. And I'll suggest you, if you're interested in engineering, you can also go to any branch of discipline of engineering, and later you can apply to ISRO or maybe NASA. You can also apply some positions in NASA or ESA, European Space Agency. You will get information there. So you have to work in a project-based work. And if you're interested in research particularly, then you have to opt the graduations in physics or maybe in chemistry also. Astrochemistry is also there. And then later in the master degree program, you have to opt astrophysics and later PhD. Then systematically you can involve yourself in research. So Jahia has also asked, what physical chemical changes do comets undergo as they approach and interact with the sun's extreme environment? So many chemical exchanges are there. These are systematically studied by astronomers. using telescope and with the spectroscopic measurements, how it is changing with the approach of sun. So some research papers are available where people have studied the chemical change. And you should remember that comet contains one of the primordial chemical structures which are not found on Earth, but that type of chemical composition is only found on comets. That's why the study of comet will give you information how these are actually during the formation of our solar system, how these chemicals were formed on solar system. So this is also a very burning topic of research. Ilengo has asked, sir, any renewable mission is being planned for Comet Heli, which is expected to return in 2016. 2016 is far from today's world, but many such missions were conducted in recent years, like Stardust mission, Deep Impact mission. This type of missions were actually done successfully to other comets, Comet Wild 2. Okay, so this type of missions are then coming. Missions are also there in next 10 years or next 5 years, but for Comet Heli, since it is coming to 2061, far from the present date, so you know that to make such type of missions, you should have the time frame should be very small so that you can plan accordingly. But still now, for 2061, there is no plan. But in coming next 5 or 10 years, some new missions are there. Okay, what are the primary methods? Jahi has again asked, what are the primary methods and instruments used to observe and analyze comets? You need a telescope. If you are observing it yourself, you need a telescope, you need a camera. You can make a polarimetric observation or photometric observation. So you need a polarimeter or photometer or CCD camera to observe. So Kunal has again asked, what suggestion can you give me to become an outstanding space researcher in future? So already I have answered the question. So Sanjeev, if I apply for project under your guidance, what type of expertise do you expect? So you should have a good knowledge in mathematics and some knowledge in physics. Then you are most welcome. And you have to know little bit about computers. So you are most welcome, Sanjeev, to our university for a project. I think Zahian again asks, why was Halley's Comet so popular? So I have already talked this when I was presenting, because Edmund Halley was the first person to predict that comet would return, and it's a periodic in nature. That's why this comet is very popular. So Tania, I am currently doing aerospace engineering, as I was more interested in astrophysics. Is there any way to get more skills and achievement in astrophysics? You are most welcome, because many institutions like Indian Institute of Astrophysics, then Inter-University Center for Astronomy and Astrophysics, IUCA, and this type of institutes, then Physical Research Laboratory, they conduct regular workshop for the graduate students as well as engineering students. So you can join this type of workshop as well as symposium, and then you can directly involve yourself in this type of research. Okay, so I'll suggest you just visit the web page of those institutions, and then you can have direct access to astrophysics research. What is the lifespan for a comet? It depends on the comet. As I told you, if it is coming very close to sun, then it may disappear. And if a comet is there, it depends on the material which is present on Earth. If a comet is not actually, if it is far away from sun, then it will be lifespan. It depends on the comet and the materials on it. So Amarjit Das has asked, can you explain about 3I Atlas? Yeah, 3I Atlas is known as the interstellar object. So interstellar object, this is the third interstellar object which is visiting our Earth. The first one is Oumuamua. This is the third one. This comet is very in news recently, because this is visible in the coming days from our Earth. And this comet Atlas is not from our own solar system, but maybe it is coming from some other star system. The comet which we see around us is part of our solar system, and as I told you, it is coming from Oort cloud, which is surrounding our solar system. and all the comets are coming from this particular solar system, particular cloud. But this type of comet is not coming from this solar system, but is coming from some other star system. And we don't know from which star system it has come. We need a systematic study. And we are going to observe this comet. If it is possible, then we will be going to observe this comet in coming days. In November, December, it will be visible from Sun, from Earth. And we have some observation campaign. Maybe in the Nainital, there is an observatory is there. So we are trying to find out some information regarding this comet as soon as we study. So we have very limited knowledge about this 3IA plus. Okay, so I think many questions I have answered. So any questions which I need to answer quickly, you can tell me, because already 1.5 hour.
Yeah.
Over
If
to
anybody
admin.
has questions that you want to ask to so directly, raise your hands. You can ask them via your mic.
Sir, there is a question. I think you should answer that, sir. So basically, it's about the solar radiation, which is just going to impact on the comet. Because of that, it is just creating those coma and the yeah. Just answer that.
Yeah, it is a very simple thing that whenever here, when you are talking about the radiation, radiation is mainly the temperature. The radiation means heat radiation is coming from comet, coming from sun. And when a comet is coming very close to sun, what happens because of this radiation? The materials of composition, materials are there, heats up the nucleus, the radiation. Okay, then some chemical reaction take place on comets, and then you can say that the comet is having that coma and tail. Okay, and then new reactions are going on inside the comet, and that's why the radiation is very, very important. Radiation is very, very important for a comet because this radiation will decide about comet's fate. Okay, and also the orbit is important. For sun-grazing comet, as I told you, it is coming very close to sun. Some comets come very close, and some comets going away from the sun. Okay, so if sun comet is coming very close to Earth, then what happens? Materials on that particular comet are evaporated. So the lifetime of a comet is also depending on how close it comes to sun. If it is coming very close, then its lifetime will be very small. Because each time when it is coming close to Earth, it will lose its material, and then someday it will disappear. So that's why the solar radiation is very, very important for a comet, because the cometary activity starts when it comes significant at a minimum distance of sun. I think it is clear to all of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, it's very clear. Anybody else has any other questions? Mahak, you have raised your hands. If you have questions, you can unmute yourself and ask the questions. Mahak? It's like Kalpesh, you got something? Seems like they don't want to unmute themselves.
Okay, so Sanjeev, I can see one of your questions. Sir, I'm currently doing final year BSc in physics for MSc Academy in Assam. You are most welcome to Assam University. Let me know from which colleges you are doing your BSc, Sanjeev. You originate from Assam or from some other states? Sanjeev is there?
Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu. Okay, Sanjeev, you are most welcome to Assam University, but I also suggest you that some university nearby your Tamil Nadu is there. You can also study astrophysics in those universities. Just check it out through website that which university is actually offering the astrophysics in their master program. But if you want to come to Northeast, particularly Assam, you are most welcome to Assam University Physics Department. You'll be very happy because in past also some students from Tamil Nadu, then Andhra Pradesh, they came to our university for this PG program. So you're most welcome.
Nice, nice.
Kalpesh has raised his hand. Kalpesh, you have any question?
You'll not now be able to. Mac, I think you can open.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah,
Sir,
good
I
evening.
I have post-graduated from last year only, so I want to do some type of internship or project work. Is by chance, sir, can I do online or I have to come offline?
It can be done online also. So please contact me, and in which topic you are interested that I should know. Okay. And we'll have an online session. Okay. In the online session, we can discuss regarding the topic you are interested. And when you are doing any online projects for your academic purpose, you need to write to me, duly forwarded by your head of the department, so that it will be a official communication should be there. So it is not mandatory that you should come to our campus, but online also we can go for this type of project. Okay.
Sir, but I have completed my study, so how will I get
Now, in that case, there is no problem. You can also contact me for the project, and I'm just writing my email IDs to all of you, to so that you can contact me for any project. And this is my also I'm giving you my phone number on the chat box. You can call me for any such help. I'm always happy to help you. So this is my email ID as well as my phone number. You can also contact me. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
So Kalpesh is asking, sir, I'm currently pursuing BTech in CSC and I'm interested in astronomy. How can start my projects and research in astronomy? So Kalpesh, the same. You can contact me over this email and also call me. If you think that you want to talk with me, you're most welcome to communicate me through this phone number. I'm happy to actually respond your queries or your interest in this particular topic.
All right, so thank you for the communication details. I think people who are really interested and want to contact, so you can contact through via the email. Be respectful, and you can contact it there. Now I'll start with the ending of the session. I hope everybody has got their questions answered. Most of the important questions have all been answered. All of the chat questions have been answered. I think this is really good. I really enjoyed the session. I didn't know much about comets, but today I do. This is really interesting. I'll mark the ends of this session by telling you more about the things that you can do after this comet analysis. There are a bunch of things regarding uh, analysis of and basically, what do we call it? We can call it basically analysis and some other part where you will be able to classify the objects. So that way you will get some actual credible people who will teach you a bunch of stuff, and also get you the networking effect where you will learn from a lot of new mentors like Himadri sir, so that you move on to the next step, because this is a sort of step where a lot of people get rounded up. They don't see where to go next. They're not able to find a bunch of details on the internet because it's hazy. So to clarify the details to you, you can just simply participate in the Citizen Scientist Program, which is, like I told you, a bunch of details. You can enroll and we'll contact you about that. Okay. Now moving on to the next part, we also have a winter school. Winter school for people who are very interested in astronomy and astrophysics. Okay. Now this we have got a bunch of people who will come to this session, who will teach you about astronomy and astrophysics. You will see the introduction parts, history, scales of the universe, celestials, stars, and stellar evolution. Now this will be a course where you will get to know a bunch of all this stuff. You will be able to do a mentorship project, a guided project. You will also be able to write a review paper or a research paper. So that is a thing. Okay. Now people who are interested, you can just click here, I'm interested. We'll note your email and we'll send you the details of when this project will start. Okay. Now this is not free. It will cost you an 9.99. You can see what works best for you. If you want some sort of scholarship, you can mail us all your details and we will see what we can do. Okay. Now, starting for the thanking of you and the Citizen Scientist Program, you can go ahead and into the programs and see what Citizen Scientist Program you want to register to. Okay. Now, I'll do the due diligence of ending this session. I hope you enjoyed this session. How many of you did? Can I get a thumbs up or something like that? Or people who are okay, okay, nice. I think people really got their answers. You will have to fill the feedback form if you wish to see the certificate. The link will be given to you via the chat. If you're not registered, you won't be able to fill the feedback form. So you go ahead and fill the feedback form. And a bunch of people have just registered for Citizen Scientist Program. So we'll see you in the class. We will contact you about when the classes will start. You will be able to see the schedules really soon. And for winter school, you will have to just click on I'm interested. We'll note down your mail and we'll contact you later. Okay. I hope all the details are clear. Are they? All right. All right. They seem to be very clear. Let's click a group photos of sorts. People who are not in very obsession positions or not, and they're not lying down. They can click on their cameras, turn on their cameras. We'll take a quick picture for the moments, and then we'll end the session. Come on, guys. Seems like a lot of people are okay. Hello, Sanjeev. Sanjeev is there. Sanjeev is very active. Hello, Sanjeev. I'll just click a quick picture. Okay. All right. Sanjeev, you can also mail to sir regarding all your details. Right? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Mehak has also opened a camera. I'll have to click. Nice, everybody. Hello, Kalpesh. Seeing you for the first time. We will, for people who want the certificate, fill the feedback form. We'll mark the ends of today's session right here. See you in Citizen Scientist Program. For people who are there, you will find the link right here. I'll mark the ends of today's session. Thank you, everybody. You can leave now.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sanjeev.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.